3. Hi, we're Wynona Bleach, and thanks for watching Music News.
Wynona Bleach, great to see you.
So there you
doing today?
Very sweaty.
Just come off the stage here at British Music Embassy, Austin, Texas, Southwest.
Crazy, it's amazing to be here. Absolutely amazing.
Did you, great set. Did you enjoy it?
We did.
We did, yeah.
It was hot up there, but it was good.
Sun was coming in.
Yeah, the storm is coming. Did you get a chance to look around while you're here?
The city, sort of. We've been here for about 4 days. We did New Colossus Festival in New York last week, so we had a weekend to try and catch up on Irish to American translation of time. We've seen a bit of the city. Everything we've seen, we've loved. It's amazing. Such a great place.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So, about St. Patrick's Day, where are you going to
Tomorrow
be?
we're playing. Yeah, no, we're playing on a rooftop in a. Whoa! Should I wait till he goes by? We're playing on a rooftop in Shiner's Saloon tomorrow afternoon on Paddy's Day with green hair, which is going to go down well, I hope.
Yeah. It's always good.
Yeah.
And album just dropped. Moonsoak.
So
Have you been happy with the reception?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we recorded it and we didn't think we'd get a record deal out of it, and then we did, so that was good.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering what.
Is they going to? Oh no.
Anyway,
Right, let's keep going. We'll see what happens. All right.
It recorded in Portugal, an
Abandoned billiard factory, yeah. So we lugged everything over from our studio in Belfast and set it all up in this abandoned factory, made a studio out of it. And
yeah, we dragged Bill Ryder-Jones over to do it with us. He was there for half a month or so, something like that. It took about a month to record it. We set the studio up in record time of 2 days and built the whole studio in this space. The full story, which I won't bore you with, is purely just because we were going to do it in our friend's house there, and we thought we'd make too much noise, so we asked the neighbours, and one of the neighbours owned a factory, and the factory owner said, "It's empty, why don't you have it?" So we moved everything up to there and lived there for a month and made a record. So yeah.
The acoustics must have been pretty amazing.
They were pretty something, but they weren't necessarily amazing. But we did use every square inch of that building. So it was a big tin shed, and we had access to like chicken coops and metal paint factory spray booths, and all of it was just abandoned since the guy had stopped the business. So we had access to like the whole thing, and we ended up finding old pool tables and making booths out of them and stuff like that. So yeah.
Fantastic. Sounds like a holiday in itself.
Yeah, well, yeah. I wish I had it.
Working holiday. In between beers.
Yeah.
The name, the theme of the album, what was it all about?
Well, it's a hard one to answer because that's being our first record. It's kind of all of our best songs from starting the band in 2018. I think Moonsoak was there's no real overall concept to the album because I think I'm a closet punk, and I think that's over the top. But I think for sure, like the album's overlying theme was always this idea of the closure of a day being quite an important part of every day, and so moon soaking is going out and bathing in the moon instead of the sun. One of our favourite records is Sunbather by Deaf Heaven, so it's kind of an antithesis to that as well, I think. Yeah.
Very good, I like it. And what's next on the release schedule?
So we have
Singles?
we've basically built up a pile of singles since finishing the record, and we have a single currently being mixed that we'll be releasing at some point, whenever the record label tell us when. We'll put it out.
Couple of months,
sometime in the next few months, and that track's going to be called Swim in the Bay, and it'll be out this summer.
Brilliant. And you mentioned punk influences. What do you draw from music?
It's a mixed bag in the band. I mean, we take songwriting credit on everything, and everybody has a fairly big input on all the songs. So from one end of the band, there's funk rock and metal influences, and there's shoegaze influences from our other guitarist, and certainly from our drummer. With Mel, it's a lot of alt rock. So really, there's like the list of bands is fatter than the SD card in that camera recording us right now. I think we're all just music fans, and so for this band and for Wynona Bleach in particular, it's alternative rock, and somebody once described us as crunchy bubble grungers, which now we've totally ran with, and that is our vision.
That's our vision.
What is it? Yeah. What are the musical ambitions of the band?
I think we'd like to be self-sufficient and try to keep doing this as long as we can, and make as many people smile as we can. The show, as you've seen, is really just a big party show, and power pop is a big part of our thing, and I think it would be great to keep making people smile and jump around and have fun. And if we don't feel like we can do that anymore, then we'll stop.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
And the songwriting process, how does that work in the band?
it's again...
It's a bit of a mixed bag. It's kind of a collection of things come together really in a room.
Sometimes it'll be, I'll bring an entire song, and sometimes I'll bring a riff, and the rest of the band will fill it in, or sometimes someone else will come in with a full thing, and it's kind of a fluid thing. And I think I don't like when a record is too cohesive, so our record is pretty all over the place, and I like that. I think that's an important thing,
Something
you know.
for everyone.
Yeah, something a bit fun, and you know, you could like one song and hate the other. All my favorite records of all time all have songs I like and don't like, and I think that's important. If you want to hear 30 minutes of the same thing, you probably best not listen to us.
No. Who are your heroes musically?
Oh, I guess Brian Molko from Placebo would be my hero.
Mine would be probably Billy Corgan from the Pumpkins. I know that the rest of the band have various, and they'll fight to the death over their heroes, and I won't speak for them.
They change daily as well.
If you asked us this tomorrow, it'll be a different thing, you know.
When did you first know that you wanted to sort of pursue this career?
I think I always did. My dad has this story of we went on a family holiday to Dublin, and I begged for a guitar. I was like 3 or 4 years old, and they bought me this little plastic guitar, and apparently I busked with this plastic guitar. So he tells this story to everyone, so now I'm going to pass it forward and continue telling it. No. Well, actually, that's a good question. I should ask him. I have no idea.
Backdate it.
Yeah, with interest. You know, but yeah, I don't know about you. It's like...
I guess, well, you and me have been in a band together for a long time.
Yeah,
so
various different bands.
Like, we've never got put off. Like, we're still going all
Certainly.
this time trying to find the definitive version of ourselves.
I've seen photos of you with your dad's guitar.
Yeah, with my plastic drum kit and my dad's guitar. But can't play it.
Well, thanks a lot for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome.
Well, for somebody that hasn't come across you yet, what 3 songs would you say, check these out on Live Day Summer Stuff as a band?
I would say Flesh,
which we played today. Our first ever single was Eyes Burning, which I think is a good indication of what the band are about. Yeah. And then the big hit on the record, Drag. People seem to really like that one. So Drag, Flesh, and Eyes Burning are the 3 I would recommend.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Anything else to say to Music News watchers out there?
Come see us at any possible venue anywhere near where you live. We'd love to meet you and say hello.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.